All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April meeting at the Beech Grove City Schools School Board. We will get started with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to our school board meeting this evening. My name is Laura Hammock. I serve as the superintendent of this district, and it is such a gift to be with you all tonight. We are going to move right into our Student of the Month recognition. This is one of our favorite activities that we do, not just as a board, but as an organization, because tonight we pause and we celebrate the best of the best. So we like to say that here in Beech Grove, we have about 2,800 students that attend Beech Grove City Schools, right? Amazing. Tonight, we are celebrating 5. So of all of those students, the students that are being recognized this evening have been selected because of the great character and all of the great celebrations that we'll hear about here in just a couple of minutes. But we do want to congratulate you students. We also really like to pause and honor and lift up the families that are here, because when you are a Student of the Month, you don't get here by accident, right? Lots of love and support have been poured into our young people, and we just want to thank you and honor you and celebrate you for your place in where our students are this evening. We are also gifted tonight to have some educators that are in our audience. We love when we have teachers come to celebrate our Students of the Month who are being honored, so thank you to our educators who are here. It means the world to us. How this goes is effectively each principal will come up, will say a few words about their Student of the Month. That Student of the Month will be invited to come up to hear those wonderful words that are said about them. And then they will be given an award. We'll take a picture. We'll do that 5 times when we go through all 5 of our school buildings, and then we will adjourn this section of our meeting. So we are, again, just thrilled and so excited for all of you. I believe we will start things off with Hornet Park. So Mr. Adamson, our principal from Hornet Park Elementary School, we are celebrating Kyle Bovey tonight. Congratulations, Kyle.
So, don't know if you can tell there. Yeah, and just mature and a leader. Kyle always has a good joke or a one-liner or just something very appropriate when he gets on the bus. Like, seriously. And he is the kind of kid that at the recess time, he's the one organizing the soccer game, the football game. Other kids look up to him, and he is very mature and very smart. So I'm going to read some other nice things that his teachers have said about him, but Kyle is really a first grade leader, and you don't see a lot of first graders that are leaders because they're first graders. So Miss Burns says, Kyle comes to school each day with a big smile, positive attitude, and so much excitement to learn. He loves to explain his thinking and is always eager to contribute to class discussions. He would make a great co-teacher. He works so hard and takes pride in everything he does. Kyle is kind and caring friend to his classmates and always there to lend a helping hand. We are proud of you, Kyle. Keep up the good work. Miss Castetter. Miss Castetter says, Kyle is such a blessing to have as a student. He is hardworking, helpful, and kind to others. He is a wonderful example of showing the Hornet way. We will miss Kyle so much when he leaves Hornet Park and ventures on to 2nd grade. Having Kyle as my student in kindergarten was a delight, and getting to watch him grow into a splendid young man has been so rewarding. And then finally, Mrs. Reed said, Kyle is a fine example of the Hornet way. He is respectful in his interactions with other students and staff, and he is responsible in the classroom. Kyle seems to always be smiling and friendly. He is a true joy to be around. Kyle may not realize it yet, but he has true leadership potential. He leads by example. He loves to show what he is learning in class, and he is helpful to other classmates. This is exactly what we want from our little Hornets.
Wonderful. You can see why this is our favorite time of the evening. Next up, we have South Grove Elementary. Our principal is Miss Stephanie Cotter, and she is celebrating Anaya Barnett. Anaya.
We are so excited to celebrate Miss Anaya this evening. She's new to our school district this year as a fourth grader, and usually, as you all know, I celebrate students that I've known since second grade. But she has really stood out for all of the right reasons this year and has been a huge asset to our community. When I was speaking with her about becoming a Beech Grove Hornet, she said that she felt really welcomed after trying a different school. She said she came to South Grove and everyone was so friendly and kind and nice. And I think that's who she is too. It goes both ways, right? And so it's really exciting to hear that not only was she welcomed, but she gets to teach others how to be kind and polite and respectful as well. When we were talking, I asked her what she likes about school, and she said she really likes math and she likes history. She likes to learn about the past and how people have changed and impacted our future, which I thought was really wise beyond the fourth grade years, right? When Anaya grows up, she wants to either be a teacher or a doctor, which aligns right with her loving her academics, so that was awesome. Miss Jacobson is her homeroom teacher, and she said Anaya is always putting her best foot forward, helping others to succeed, and going above and beyond in all efforts with fostering expectations. Miss Cruey, our PE teacher, said Anaya's bright and shining star in her class. She's always got the best attitude and is such a pleasure to have in PE. We're very proud of her. And then Miss Schweitzer, her reading teacher, shared Anaya is the sweetest girl who is always treating both staff and students with respect and kindness. She comes into reading class each and every day acting as a peer role model who is focused, participating, and giving her best. Anaya is such a joy to have in class, and I'm so grateful that I get to spend a chunk of my day teaching a student as wonderful as her. Congratulations, Anaya. We're so proud of you.
It's a green night. Congratulations, Anaya. It's an Anaya night. Tonight, we also have from Central Intermediate School, Anaya Davis. Yes, there she is.
All right, just want to introduce everyone to Anaya Davis. She is a sixth grade student at Central, very humble one. Anaya is a wonderful young lady. She is a part of Central sixth grade band. She participates in sixth grade basketball team, and then I believe was pulled up to the seventh grade basketball team. She is, before I read what her teacher said, she is just one of those just overly kind spirits at Central. Even today, at the end of the day at dismissal, one of Anaya's peers was telling me, who's on the track team, how much faster she is than I am. And I think Anaya, recognizing the despondent look on my face as a result of my life choices and speed, she said, well, that's okay, Mr. Carr, you're probably faster than I am. And I said, thank you, Anaya. But I'm probably not. She was just being kind. We have a couple of our teachers, Miss Suller, Miss Strickland here tonight, and I want to just read. So Miss Suller said, Anaya is a natural leader with infectious energy. Her vibrant personality brings a sense of fun and lightheartedness to our classroom. She has shown a special kindness to the students in our Central Skills program. And seeing the massive smile on her face lights us up whenever she is chatting with us, and it truly warms my heart. Mr. Money, her band teacher, said, Anaya is so deserving of this recognition. She's an outstanding member of the sixth grade band program and a true joy to have in the class. Throughout the year, she has consistently led by example through actively participating, stepping up to help both teachers and classmates, and bringing a wonderful sense of humor and positivity to our community. Anaya excels not only as a musician, but also as an athlete and a student, always giving her best effort in everything that she does. Her dedication, kindness, and leadership make her truly deserving of this recognition. She'll be greatly missed as she moves to Beech Grove Middle School next school year. Mr. Spafford says, Anaya is not only a dedicated student and she's also an exemplar of what a Beech Grove student athlete should be. She is a positive influence on others in her class, and it has been a genuine pleasure to have her in class this year. Ms. Strickland says, Anaya is a ball of energy. I can always count on her to come to class with a smile and a positive attitude. She wants to do well. She works hard to be successful inside and outside of the classroom. Not only that, but she doesn't take herself too seriously. We can all see. She knows that learning can be a messy process and doesn't take it for granted. She is okay and comfortable with making mistakes and learning from them. She's funny, sarcastic, and makes us laugh every day. I appreciate her hugs, kind words, and I'm grateful for the positive relationship we've built this year. I'm very proud of you, Anaya. Strickland. Great job, Anaya.
What? Oh my goodness, Anaya. Amazing. Is Michael Anaya's brother? Oh my word. I have grown to love him so deeply. I can't even tell you. Yes, exactly. First time I was like, oh my gosh, is Michael. Sweet. Okay, I think Mr. Morgan's like drooling over getting the 7th grader next year. Yes. Oh.
I got a little bit of it basketball.
Oh, I bet you did. Of course. Very good. Congratulations. Next up, we have a very special student of the month at Beech Grove Middle School. Mr. Morgan, will you be introducing Miss Lena Morgan? Outstanding. Congratulations, Lena.
From Mrs. Richardson, Lena's 8th grade math teacher, she stated, Lena perseveres through challenges to understand and master the material presented. She doesn't settle for close enough, consistently striving to achieve her goal of academic excellence. As a student, she asks thoughtful questions and advocates for herself and her educational outcomes. In the classroom, she sets the bar for others by exhibiting outstanding classroom conduct. Personally, Lena is warm, friendly, and helpful to both classmates and staff. In short, Lena Morgan epitomizes excellence, and I fully expect her to make a positive impact wherever she goes in the future and in life. Keep up the amazing work, and thank you for being a model Hornet.
Congratulations, Lena. And last but not least, for Beech Grove High School, we have Ishmael Corretto, and I believe Mr. Daniel is going to be celebrating you. So congratulations. There you go. Congratulations.
Yes, Mr. Austin's a little under the weather, so he asked me to sub in for him. No sports pun intended. Let's see here, Ishmael. So it is my pleasure to recognize our Beech Grove High School Student of the Month, Ishmael Credo. This honor is not just about achievement, it's about consistency, character, and the way a student shows up each and every day. Ishmael embodies all of those qualities. I'd like to share a few comments from the teachers who have the privilege of working with Ishmael each day. From our art department, Mrs. Tingle, it is my absolute pleasure to recognize Ishmael as our Student of the Month. As a dedicated student athlete, Ishmael brings the same drive and discipline he has on the court into our bookmaking class every single day. While he might occasionally claim he isn't the creative type, his projects tell a completely different story. They are consistently filled with ingenious, high-level ideals that show off his unique artistic vision. Beyond his talent, Ishmael is truly the heart of our classroom. He's remarkably personable, always ready to lend a helping hand to a peer in need, and possess a sharp sense of humor that never fails to keep us laughing. His fantastic conversational skills and genuine kindness make him a standout member of our school community, and we are so lucky to have his positive energy in class. From our social studies department, Mrs. Lalage and Mr. Brindle. Ishmael stands out not just for what he achieves, but for how he supports and inspires those around him. He naturally takes on leadership roles, helping guide his peers with patience and encouragement. In debates, his energy and personality truly bring conversations to life, making discussions engaging and meaningful for everyone involved. His essays show a genuine depth of thought, reflecting both care and insight in his work. He is also a dedicated participant in the academic Super Bowl. Always eager to challenge himself and grow, above all, Ishmael is constantly striving to improve, showing a strong sense of determination and a love for learning that others can't help but admire. From his volleyball coach, Miss Beaver. If you ever have the pleasure of meeting Ishmael, you'll immediately notice his incredible ability to bring a smile to your face. He has a natural gift for lifting people's spirits. He's always cracking jokes and somehow knows exactly what to say, especially in those more serious or stressful moments. His sense of humor and positive energy are truly contagious. He's known as our team's hype man, but he's so much more than that. Ishmael consistently goes out of his way to support others, making sure everyone feels seen, valued, and encouraged. Whether it's celebrating someone's success or helping them push through a challenge, he makes it clear that no one is alone and that he genuinely cares about the people around him. He brings such a bright and uplifting presence to the team, and his impact goes far beyond just keeping morale high. He helps create an environment where people feel comfortable, confident, and motivated. I truly couldn't be happier to see him being recognized for his hard work, dedication, and the positivity he brings to every single day. Math department, Mr. Bush. Ishmael has been consistently strong student in my Algebra 2 class. He produces quality work, thinks carefully about what he's doing, and puts in a steady effort each day. He takes pride in his work and approaches challenges with a thoughtful mindset. What stands out just as much is the way he carries himself. He's respectful, kind, and a positive presence in the classroom. He doesn't seek attention, but he leads by example and is always willing to help others. Ishmael is very deserving of this recognition. Ismail, we are proud of you and grateful for the example you set. Congratulations on being named BGHS Student of the Month. Sorry.
So as an organization, we've been thinking about what the characteristics are for an ideal graduate. So once you're ready to go off into your next step, what are those things? And some of the values that have been coming up are things like character and leadership and teamwork and thinking and problem solving. All of these things have been identified, and what I heard in every single comment tonight is showing up in all of you. So here we're talking about what we want for graduation, and you all are showing up with these characteristics here this evening. We couldn't be more proud of you. You are doing wonderful things. Congratulations, students. Congratulations, families. Thank you for being here this evening. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to move into the rest of our meeting. You are welcome to leave. You can take photos, but thank you for being here tonight. And one last round of applause for this incredible group. Have a wonderful evening.
Are we going to do the athletes, Dr. Hammond?
We're not.
Sorry, I was late. Apologize. Won't happen again.
No, it's completely understandable.
Okay, are we ready to go?
We are ready.
Okay, so I don't believe we have any public comment this evening, but we do have a presentation from Mr. Daniel and Mr. Shanahan,
Maybe
and
just Mr.
for
Daniel.
athletics, and then Mr. Garmin, are you going to talk to us about robotics too? Woo, exciting.
It's a big night.
Shouldn't say that too quick. It will be exciting.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, Mr. Shanahan will be here. Actually, all my events tonight were away, and he had the track meet here at the high school. So he's actually dealing with weather and stuff, I think, and delays and whatnot. Weather, lightning delays.
Yeah.
It's all, we're
Did
good.
great.
All right, I'll jump into the presentation. By all means, if you want to ask any questions as we go through, feel free. I do have a slide at the end, have questions if you have any. I was going to stay in this kind of presentation for you to start off because I have some other slides I was going to pop into. It's easier that way. You guys should all have a packet because I came prepared today, unlike someone who's going to present next. Just kidding. So you have a packet you can follow along as well. There's the agenda there. We'll just go through that stuff. So athletics website first was on there. So this is the main hub for everything sports related, right? We worked really hard to get as much information on there as possible, whether it's score updates, schedule, pictures, all that good jazz. And then it really syncs really nice with Final Forms, which is an athletic database for our sports physicals and parent communications and whatnot. Under the More tab, there's just a few more things you can click on going through there. But yeah, so it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, our X account is on here as well. So you can see what's posted. And then sponsorships at the bottom. So obviously beachgrove-athletics.com is the high school website. And I know most of you guys know of me or obviously have seen me around, but maybe not know as much about me. So I just had a quick slide about me. So this is my 15th year at Beech Grove High School. This is my 7th year as athletic director. I started off here. Mr. Ryan Morgan recruited me to come here to Beech Grove, along with Matt English. I'll never forget going to the McDonald's over here off Emerson. Matt wanted to meet me at 5:30 in the morning, which I thought was crazy because it's really early. But he knew Matt, he was an early bird, got after it. So that was a good meeting. Obviously, got brought in here at Beech Grove as a special education aide and a boys basketball coach. And then from there the next year, moved into a teaching role, and just kind of from there, just kind of kept going. So I have taught math and PE before. I was a mentor teacher. Yeah, me and you. Just helping other teachers develop as teachers and teach well. So, been married 15 years to Carly with my 3 children. You can kind of see a picture down there. It's a little small, but we're big Disney people. So that's a picture of us, our most recent trip to Disney. Ashton's actually currently at a track meet herself. She goes to Franklin Township. Don't boo. But she's in Center Grove right now at her meet. And then Landon, my son's into drums. He takes drum lessons. And then Jordan, she's my little one. She's just kind of all bundle of joy. So we'll see what she gets into. Okay, so yeah, actually that was the website, or that one. The mission and vision statement on here, you can read through those. Basically, if you had to ask me what these mean, sports to me is a great way to develop as a person, right? You're going to learn a lot of lifelong lessons that you can take into the real world, okay? Stuff that you cannot typically maybe not learn in the classroom setting, but definitely in the real life setting with the emotion of sports, developing with some teamwork, stuff like that. And I'm definitely not a win-at-all-cost type of person. I'm more in for it for the development of that student athlete. But we don't want to be competitive. I'm a competitive person. We're going to go out. We're going to compete as best as possible. But I do want to make sure the kids are having fun. I was actually going to bring one of my fun tools. I purchased a Beech Grove speaker. I was going to show off today, but actually it's being used by our little dribblers in the auction basketball tonight, so they can take it and have fun with it. Hoosier Legends Conference. This is our new conference. I hope you guys are aware of it. But this is our first year in it with 6 schools. Those 6 schools right there. And then next year we'll have all 8 going. So it's been really good to start off with them. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. We meet monthly. Our superintendents have met at least once, I think, at this point.
Yep.
Our principals have met at least 2 or 3 times now. So it's really like a collaborative effort from all standpoints of the school and education and through athletics. We're excited to just keep moving forward with it, keep building. Great group of ADs to work with on my part, and also we've been moving with the middle school ADs as well. So we'll be your first full year there. Branding, athletic facilities is something that I've kind of done like in phases. I've done some stuff here and there, and then took some like little time off, and then now I'm kind of back at it. I've kind of got a three-phase approach right now. So obviously with the new conference, we need to do signage there. There's some before and after pictures you can see. That's the main, the athletic lobby, the main gymnasium. The lobby hallway, this was actually over spring break. I was here drilling holes in walls, probably not the safest thing for me to be doing, but I'll do it. We moved a lot of the pictures. If you can look on here, you can see it. But on this side used to be the older pictures. This was all right here. So I moved all of those on this side, and then we moved further down the hallway with more pictures. Yeah, thanks. So we moved from that side over here, and then you'll see the new design going on that wall, but we're running out of room in the lobby, right? We have a nice lobby, but it's reached its capacity, so I got to start moving down the hallway, so I have some plans for that. Okay, so down the hallway you'll see there's the old sign down there, very 1980s retro look. We'll replace the new Be Legendary sign and, kind of coordination with our conference. And then this is the new part where the pictures were with the old pictures for the teams. Over the years, we've done this and that as far as decorations. Well, now I have plaques that I don't have a spot for anymore, so I wanted to make a new spot for them because to me, Marion County Athlete of the Year is a really big deal. Marion County is by far the best county you can play for sports in the state. So being able to recognize those 5 athletes, I believe, right now we have on that wall. So that'll be something coming down the line. And then this would be our locker room / wrestling weight room hallway. We started, a couple years ago, I started a team plaque for each team and had 3 specific awards that we give out. We for Me, Sportsmanship, and Most Improved. But it just, like we saw the plaques, but like, what is this wall? So now I'm looking at like branding the wall, make sure everybody knows it's the Beech Athletics team wall. So just kind of like be a little more eye-catching. Outside, that was one of the ones I'm going to go to. So I would say the first phase was outside in the fall. We did the stuff on the concessions building with the Wall of Fame with some jerseys for Indiana All-Stars. There's a cross-country jerseys on there and Josh Fryer's All-American jersey. I did miss one kid for track, so I'm getting that up this spring. Also with our buildings outside, of course, really nice, but at the time when you're building something, you don't really think about it, but they were just blank, right? So I wanted to kind of add a little pizzazz to them with some colors and pop. For restrooms, that's also another thing. I can't believe how many people would ask me, where's the restrooms at? And I have to figure that out. So now the signage helps out with that. So restrooms, concessions, just kind of branding those outside areas. So then the next phase, going back to presentation, will be the softball, baseball dugouts. So on the back there you can see before there was blank, but now we're going to add on some record boards. So on the left-hand side will be team boards for the recognition, and on the right-hand side will be Indiana All-Stars. In the middle I'm still working on. This is something I might need to incorporate maybe some alumni to get help with, but finding records, that was one thing I did not have in my office when I started doing some of these things. So like, softball is pretty solid, I think. Baseball, I need to do a lot of work on, but trying to find those records as far as like season career things so that I don't make anybody upset when I start putting some records up. Like, no, I have that record. Auxiliary gym will be the third phase. This will play next fall, putting in more signage for the teams. Our auction gym's pretty bland, and then the swimming pool doesn't really have anything as well, so putting some team signage in there as well. Okay, moving into athlete participation. So these numbers kind of got put together, so sorry about that. But this is just basically a breakdown. Since we started Final Forms, it's a really nice tracking system to see how many athletes have been participating over the years between high school and middle school. So I kind of broke those down, and you have the totals there. On the next page is a graph. So you can kind of see the green line is total, and then the lines down here between blue is high school, orange is the middle school. So we've seen a steady increase in our athletic participation, which is great. At the high school, I think my numbers this year over 300, which is a third of the building that we have athletes participating. A lot of those kids are multi-sport athletes too, or they're also participating in some other extra activity, National Honor Society, or even band, drama, those stuff. So, SALT, my student athletic leadership team. This is one thing I started a couple years ago. So, right, I went from being a teacher coach, very entrenched with the kids. then you move into this administrative role as an AD, you kind of get pulled away from that a little bit. So I think that was something I noticed over the years. My first off, I really want to get back with the kids a little bit more. So I wanted to start this team to be kind of help them obviously serve the school in different ways and do some fun stuff, but also like have a little more personal connection with these kids. So we started this group, or I started this group. Coach recommendations first, how you get in there. I look at GPA, discipline records, sports they participate in, and what grade level they are in. Started off with juniors, seniors. I kind of bumped down to sophomores this past year, I think 2 and 2 maybe for boys and girls. So that's just kind of like the criteria basically. This past year, we've gone to the IHSA Student Leadership Conference, and actually this is where I want to bounce back out to my pictures because pictures are more fun than just me talking about a bullet point. So let me go back here. Okay, so, all right, yeah, right here. So I took some students to the IHSA Student Leadership Conference at the Indy 500, which was really fun, and they got a chance, they got a chance to kind of do different activities with their schools, kiss the bricks, some fun stuff. There's some driver education stuff there. This was like a whole session where they had a speaker come in and talk about different leadership activities. This was a group activity with other schools. So it's just a really good way to kind of bring our best of the best to these programs with other schools and kind of mingle and learn and kind of collaborate. I've always enjoyed those kind of activities. And then we hosted the first ever Hoosier Legends Conference student conference ourselves, leadership based. It's our like little mini version of it. It was here at the high school. So we had kids from Tri-West, Indian Creek, Monrovia, Triton Central, and I'm missing someone, Speedway. So those 6 schools came this year. We had different breakout sessions, like a whole session to auditorium, breakout sessions at other places, fed them breakfast and lunch. So it was a good overall time. And different ADs or coaches from the other schools came and like presented to the kids on different topics. So it was a lot of fun. Let's see, what else is on here? Oh yeah, Hornet High Fives. So this is something we started this year, was new. We would go to Hornet Park, Central, South Grove, and we greeted the kids coming off the bus in the morning. So trying to spread some smiles, some laughter, just some Hornet High Fives, right? We had a lot of fun with it. We usually would stop by and get breakfast after we did that, but it was a good experience overall. Right? You guys liked it? Brownsburg is another fall area where all the principals and ADs come to this meeting. Well, it's obviously broken up by different sections, but take the kids there as another breakout session where they meet with other kids and do stuff together. The funny thing about that one was when I went to go pick them up from the main gym, they were so excited to tell me that I was on one of the slides.
Aw.
So I think I was on the slides for the AD thing, and we got presented with the AD from the IHSA for it. So they were like, you were on the TV, and we started talking about you. It's kind of good. What else? Hornet I-5's there. No, that might be about it. So coming up, we're actually going to the middle school next week. So we're going to go talk to the incoming freshmen. So we're going to do a presentation with them, kind of talk about what to expect coming into the high school, doing a Q&A session with them. So we'll take the kids with there to do that. Oh, pep sessions was something big. We came back. We did those last year, like kind of starting back off, but this year was like kind of on me and my kids to do. So those are always fun. And then we usually go to read at Hornet Park at the end of the year. Sportsmanship. Doing pretty well. Oh, presentation. So, as you can see, the past years at the top, you start off with 100 points, and then based on what happens in athletic participation as far as coaches or athletes, you either go up or down. So you can go down by ejections. So player ejections are 5 off, coach or parent ejections are 10. We've had a couple of those. So that's why you might see, like in that 22-23 year, we went down a little bit more because we've had a parent ejection or 2. But we went back up 23-24 because we try to spread sportsmanship and how that affects us. And 24-25, another dip. Don't ask about it. Okay? Don't want to talk about those points. I think we were like in the probationary point area, or maybe even needs improvement. I honestly forget how much it was, but it was lower. But this year, we're rocking and rolling, right? We're at 110. I don't like they maxed out our, they capped it now. They capped it at 110, so you can't go higher or else we would be higher. We would be like at 115, 116 right now. So we were honorable mention in the fall for sportsmanship. We're going to be, I guess, first team sportsmanship this winter because we had no issues. And so my goal is that there's no issues moving forward. And then over here to the left, you see the banner award steps. So that's the first step, is meeting the points criteria, and the different things that my leadership team's doing. We'll meet a second criteria, and then there's a third criteria. So I'm hoping to meet all 4 criteria to get the sportsmanship banner, which they present in the fall at the Brownsburg meeting. So that'd be really cool. That's my goal. I should say, so we have added 2 varsity sports the past couple of years. Girls wrestling, boys volleyball have both been very good numbers. Boys volleyball is actually doing really well this year. They started 3 years ago, I believe, and that core group, including Ishmael, who you saw earlier, are doing really well now. Like, I think they're definitely winning record. I think they've only lost 2 or 3 matches, but they're like 6 or 7-3 now. So they're doing really well. Girls wrestling has been like right from the get-go. I mean, it was like they didn't walk, they ran. They've been really successful. Most recently, Caitlin DeBurn placed 3rd at state, which is awesome. And then flag football was a brand new sport this year. We have 32 kids participating, and they're just basically a year away from becoming an official sport. Sponsorships or corporations we work with, companies, these are all those, right? Nice little the colorful display there. I won't go through all of them, but we use all these different corporations or partnerships in different ways that kind of meet our needs for athletics. Yeah. And then I'd say moving forward, I guess I can always describe myself as a person who I never get like too complacent. Like, I'm always looking for the next thing. How can I improve something? So one of those things, in the past I was working with NEVCO to get some new scoreboards in our main gymnasium. Actually, yeah, for our main gymnasium, we moved the main gym ones into the auction because the auction ones are light bulbs and they're terrible. So that was my goal. Well, working with NEVCO, they're not doing a great job of raising money, like they said. So now I'm partnering with Scoreboard Nation. It's actually Dee Dee Horn, former Beech Grove teacher. Her husband is one that started the company. Ryan Horn, and her son, Rylan, is the one who will be working with me to help get those sponsors to make this happen. So we're in the process of getting that off the ground. Hopefully next week or 2 we'll start sending word out to meet those meetings and being very aggressive. Basically, you see here, the below picture would be what it looks like now, but then above would be adding additional board in here to where we have the scoreboard, but we can also do a lot of fun and creative ways to kind of spike that engagement athletic events as well as run sponsorships. So hopefully it works out. All right, I went through that really fast. I'm sorry it wasn't 3 minutes, Gina, but I think it was like 8 or 7. Anybody have any questions for me?
I don't have a question necessarily, but all of this, it looks very, very nice.
Thank you.
You've worked hard.
Yes,
We
it's
appreciate it.
very obvious that you worked very hard, and it does look nice. I've seen most of it in person, not all of it. And my family, we try to go to a baseball game, a football game, basketball game. We really do try, and every time, everything is great. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd say I'm really lucky. A big support staff. I've always been very supportive here at Beech Grove and what I've been trying to do, as well as I've been fortunate to hire great coaches. So that's easy to work with, kind of build their vision throughout the programs. I mean, obviously, I know like one girls basketball, Ryan got a chance to be a part of. Like, she's probably the top of the top as far as coaches, but I do have a lot of great coaches doing other good things. So, I mean, I think the community aspect of it too, like having people come out, it's great. I definitely see that a lot, so it definitely doesn't go unnoticed.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's
awesome. Thank you.
Add to that, I get a chance to meet with Garrett monthly for the last 4 years now. So I would just say 100% echo what Tara said. You do a great job. You work extremely hard. And athletic director is kind of a lonely job sometimes. You feel, I know, I have a lot of background in that. You can kind of feel like you're on an island by yourself a little bit. And Garrett handles adversity extremely well. He's level-headed, makes great decisions. He doesn't really need me to be a mentor. I think I'm more of just a sounding block, really, sometimes for him. He just somebody to bounce things off of. So I just wanted to say, blessed we are to have you.
Thank you.
Garrett, one thing, you have so many coaches, and we don't get to meet all of them. And I would love it if you could bring one section, basketball, and introduce them so that we could meet them, get to know them a little bit. It's just always nice to see who we have and know who we're talking about and get a chance to say hello. And, we don't want to drive the meetings into like all night, but
Right.
it's important to know who they are and for them to know us as well. We
Yep.
appreciate everything they do.
For sure. Yeah, I'll definitely thank Alford Insurance.
Yeah,
Obviously, that's an
such a
opportunity
great
that we
celebration
get
when they
our
come.
coaches in here with athletes, they get a chance to kind of talk about their program as well as the athlete, which is
That'd be
awesome. But
perfect.
yeah, I think, having some type of maybe once a year, maybe get some
Yeah.
coaches that maybe not be here as well. I actually was going to show them the website too. There is a nice little section. So that's like a visual of the
that's
different coaching
nice.
staff that we have in the programs. So, as well as we have school email addresses for our coaches in case you want to email them. So, but they're all in there.
Thank you.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You like that.
I don't think middle school has.
Sorry, don't do that.
Because I would be on there, but yeah, I don't see that on there.
Anything else?
Really great, Garrett. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
so much.
Thank you guys.
I can tell you.
Hey, Mr. Daniel, before Mr. Garvin begins, can you share the names of the mascots for the conference?
Thank you.
Oh, mascots?
Can you
Yeah, you
match
are
the
the-
mascot to the conference on your presentation?
Like, name the schools. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
schools or which
Greenwood Woodman.
Know that one.
BG. There's the Indian Creek Braves.
Oh, there you go.
Trident Central Tigers, Speedway Spark Plugs, Tri-West Bruins, Monrovia Bulldogs, and the Shelbyville Golden Bears.
Oh,
There.
It's the Golden Bear. Yeah.
So the bottom left would be the Golden Bear.
okay.
And then all the way right is.
All the way right bottom would be Trident Central Tigers, home of the Andy Carr.
And then the Bruins.
He dared to say that he was
It's,
going to
Tri-West.
put a shirt on before he went to a game tonight. I'm
Yeah,
like,
Beech Grove's playing Trident Central right now.
yeah, so I hear.
Yeah.
He sounds like
You
a-
wear the shirt that pays you. Oh, how exciting. Good night.
Thank you.
This
All
is a
right.
good conference.
Thanks for the sports update here. All
Thank
righty.
you.
Thanks, Mr.
We're going
Garvin.
to shift gears to the robotics program. So, Dr. Hammock asked me if I would just give kind of an overview of where we've been with the robotics program when we started it, where we are today, and just some of the details that you might find interesting. And I have a couple videos that I'll show you too. So the logo there is one that was designed by the students. We, before Me Kids did that, they've been doing all the shirts for the students for their when they do their competitions. So the first slide is just a little bit about who we are engaged with, and it's first Indiana Robotics. So if you are familiar with the robotics world, there's VEX, which is what my experience was when I was principal. We were a VEX robotics school. But this first Indiana Robotics is really gaining a lot of traction, and they use foundation of Lego. And so the nice thing about the Lego robotics is that it is much more affordable than what VEX is. So it's been a great experience. I feel like it's very user-friendly, and I've had really good feedback from all of our coaches on just how easily they can teach themselves, because a lot of them don't have any background in this before they decided they would help coach. So First Indiana Robotics, it's a nonprofit organization, and it's all about STEM, right? It's about that inquiry-based learning. It's about problem solving, coding, and then they also sponsor a lot of robotics competitions. Everything from the second graders all the way up through high school. And I'll show you what high school will look like. We don't have that currently. That is a goal, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But we've had great support from them, and can't say enough about just the engagement so far with First Indiana Robotics and Lego. Okay. I wanted to introduce our coaches. So I feel like we've probably struggled just a little bit because we've had, just trying to find coaches. I think a lot of it's just they're being comfortable with robotics. You know, I don't know if I know enough about that. But really, the Lego robotics is easy enough that anybody that has an interest in it can learn it and then teach it to kids. So here's who we have on our teams. Our middle school, Brian Oliver. You might recognize that next name. Anthony Hammock. He's been helping now for 3 years. Nikki Noah. At Central, Tyler Warren, and at South Grove, Chelsea Nulliner and Alex Bowden, and they were both new this year. Brian Oliver was new this year, as well as Tyler Warren, so we kind of had a brand new coaching staff, so to speak, at all the grade levels. And there's pictures of them at their competitions, and in the middle there is a picture of them just kind of preparing for one of the competitions. That was the intermediate school and the middle school there. So talking about the youngest kids, this was the first program. So let me just kind of go back, I guess. We started it at the middle school, and then we pushed it down to the 5th and 6th grade, and then this year we started in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. So our 2nd and 3rd grade, that's them right there, and they are engaging in something called the Explore program. It's a little bit different than what the older kids are doing. So they're still doing coding. They're still having tasks that they're completing. They're still building robots. They're still using their computer to develop code that allows the robots to complete tasks. The main difference really is that this is just sort of a showcase that they do. At the end of that, they will have an invitation to the community. This year they did it along with their mathematics, math day, math evening or whatever you call it. And the parents can come in and see what the kids are working on. So it's not a competition like they get at the older levels. Okay, Tim. Did we skip one? No, we're good. So then it's actually, I should have put 4th. The 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, the 7th and 8th graders are all participating in the FLL Challenge. So that one's a little bit different. This one is where they're actually going to competitions. If they do well enough, they can qualify for state. It is a board. You can see it's called an FFL competition board. And so this new theme each year lays on that. And this year's theme was called Unearthed, and it was a theme in archaeology. So there's always some sort of academic theme to it. And so you purchase that each year, this new theme, and then there's brand new tasks. So it never gets old for the kids. If you were somebody who participated in the year before, you've got a brand new challenge this year. So the kids work hours and hours. First they build their robots, and they're just little things. Well, I'll show you in a second. Tim will have a video that he'll play. And then they code it and make sure over and over and over that they can complete the task. When you get to the competition, they have a time. So within a certain period of time, it's how many tasks can they complete. And then you get a score based on that. And they have judges there that give you final scores, and that's how you either, your placement for the competition. And Tim, if you want to hit that button real quick, or that video, they can kind of see what it looks like. I thought, no, you know what, the video might be, yeah, there should be a video there. It is a video. Now there's 2. There's one there too. There should be. Yeah, it's not working then.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. I could bring my computer up and it would work on that one maybe, but. Do I need to grant you access? Well, you have access to it.
We can send it to the board after.
Yeah, I'm going to share the
Yeah.
presentation with
Yeah.
you anyway. In the
That'd be
video,
great.
it'll work in mine. I'm not sure why it's not with what I shared with Tim. So we can move on to that's fine. Hopefully that other video will work. So funding the program, this is how we funded the majority of it, which is through these K-12 grants, robotics grants. So the first year we got, I think it says, well, I've got it right here, $2,680. And then we got $10,500 the following year, and then $12,000. So we've just used that to build the program each year. It's an in-kind grant. So we have to have community matching dollars. You have to have 25% of your total ask has to be from in-kind match. So that has been the way we've been able to sustain it. It's been a big push for the state is to grow the robotics across the state, and they're offering the robotics grant again this year. So the goal this year is to write the grant again, and then we can push it into the high school. So I will show you a video here in just a little bit of what the high school ultimately will look like. We'll have to start slow, but there are schools that literally pour $100,000 a year into their robotics programs. They are that big of a deal, and the competitions are amazing. So you really have to network to get a lot of sponsorship, clearly, if you're going to put that kind of money into it. But I'll show you what they look like here in a minute. Next one. So in addition to the grant money, we get some program funding. Crossroad Engineers has been a great supporter. They give us money each year. The Promoters Club also has given us money. So that's what allows us then to apply for the grant. And that 25%, then you can multiply that and ask for more. The high school, because it is so much more expensive, we're going to need a lot more money. So I was really pleased today. I was talking to HES Facilities Management, our custodial folks, and I initially just asked them if they'd be willing to give maybe $1,500, and he said, no, we're going to give you $5,000.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so we got $5,000 pledged from them today, in addition to what I know that Crossroads will give, and in what the schools raise. So I think we're going to be able to ask for hopefully somewhere between $30,000 and $35,000 with this grant for the high school, which will get us at least started on the road, because you got to purchase everything. But I wanted to show you, if we go to the next slide, what it will look like. Well, we can go future goals, I guess, real quick. But this video will show you what ultimately the high school will look like. Dr. Hammock and I have been to these.
Yeah, amazing.
It is unbelievable. I mean, the gyms are packed, and these kids are having the best time. And so hopefully that video will play too. You can see these are robots that kids have built.
Look at the little things.
So those robots. So that is where we're heading. It's just stepping stones to get there. That is extremely expensive to engage in each year. But the students build those robots. They have mentors that obviously are working with them. And then they have this massive arena. And inside that arena are all kinds of tasks that those robots have to accomplish. And so they have to program those robots, and they're controlling them as well. And then you have multiple schools in the arena at one time. So it's really interesting because the kids are all controlling their robots, and they're all cheering for their robots against other schools at the same time. And then depending on how many tasks you complete, you get points. And then at the end, you become, potentially a state champion. And then these schools all go on to the national competitions, which are massive. So if you ever want to go to one, they've been local here lately. The first one that Dr. Hammock and I went to was in Lafayette. But lately they've had, I think last year was at Center Grove. So you can check them out. They're really neat to see. But that's our goal next, is to get to that level. And hopefully we'll have to secure the grant first. So I'll write that grant. We're 3 for 3, so hopefully we'll be 4 for 4. But we at least have some in-kind match money now that we can ask for a significant amount to be able to get that launched at the high school. And Mr. Austin sent out something today to just see if anybody would be interested. That's also a challenge. You got to find someone who wants to put this kind of time and effort into it, because there is definitely time involved, but I think it's really, really rewarding. And the kids, I think Anthony would say that he does. He just absolutely loves it. And I think he even takes the robots home on occasion and plays with them there to try to get out in front of the kids a little bit. And I think he knows it pretty well now, though.
Yeah.
So,
Loves it.
yeah. So any questions?
I'm surprised some of the colleges like Purdue with their engineering department doesn't offer
big sponsors.
Some of
Yeah,
that.
they are involved in this kind of thing, and they're involved at the collegiate level though, and it is amazing what they do. They do all kinds of things with, fuel cars, and it is pretty amazing. But if you look around the state, there's not a ton of schools that do this, but there's a fair number now, and we want to be part of that because
Sure.
I think that the skills that the kids learn, we could sit here and just list the number of things that the kids are doing in this program that are going to be beneficial to not only their cognitive development, but their development with skills that they need to be successful in life. So I think the program is a win-win all the way around. And, the challenge is to keep it sustainable. So I'm going to be meeting with the robotics coaches. I need to set that meeting up soon to really talk about now that the grant money is gone, like what are we going to do now to be able to raise some money on a yearly basis so that we can sustain it. But because the equipment has to be updated every so often, because they change some things here and there. But, okay.
That's cool. Thank you. Are you ready now for the personnel and operations update?
am. Get it to come up here. Here we go. A couple things I'll be requesting board approval tonight. Obviously, the personnel report from March 6th through April 9th, but also seeking board approval to renew our contract with Chartwells. So that would just authorize Dr. Hammock to sign that contract extension for the 2026-27 school year. So those are two things I'll be asking the board to approve tonight. Personnel, some updates. Current job openings, a couple of those, the administrative assistant at Hornet Park and the assistant principal at the high school. We're in the process of filling that currently, so those we haven't onboarded them yet, but we have those individuals selected. And I think Dale's going to be starting soon on his interviews for the grounds maintenance and transportation position. We had a really great day at the Indiana University Teacher Job Fair on March 10th, and we were really encouraged by the fact that they are seeing an increase in the number of teacher candidates, which is really good, particularly in math. Now, it's small. I mean, like there's maybe 6 more math than there were the year before. But, we were going through a period there where we weren't seeing hardly any in math and science. So I think that's really encouraging. And I thought that the fair was really a great opportunity for us to make connections with kids, try to spend a lot of time with them. We've had some success, particularly at the high school, with a couple hires that we met at the job fair. So if you can make those connections with them, and I've been doing something a little different where I give them what I call their total benefit package, their whole salary package. So it's been resonating with the kids. So kind of breaking it all down so that it's not just a salary that they see on a salary schedule, but they actually know what the real dollars are. The benefits at Beech Grove are exceptional. I would compare them and say that they are better than 95% of the schools in the state. So they have to understand what those real dollars mean. When you say you're going to match someone 2.5% in a 403B, and this is your salary, and you are going to do the max, what does that really mean in real dollars? And so it's kind of eye-opening for them. And it's funny because I oftentimes hear the kids will respond to me and say, yeah, my dad's an accountant, and he'll be all over this. I'm going to take this home and let him see it. So I think it's been a good, positive thing and been helping us. A little bit of update on our sub-fill rate that I talked about the last couple times. We're making some progress. You know that we raised our rates in order to address what we saw as really a dropping fill rate across the corporation. So in March, we made some headway. We did have a significant increase in requests from the March before, but yet still maintained an almost 85% fill rate. So we're not quite where we want to be. We'd like to be at 90% plus, but we're making some progress with that. Some school safety updates. The Department of Homeland Security is now partnering with the fire marshals, so they are doing all of the school fire safety audits. So that was a little bit of a new experience, a little more thorough, a little more in depth, I guess. The high school was first, and now all the buildings are scheduled. So we learned a lot from the high school. We had 45 violations of just different things. Most of them were very simple things that Dale was able to take care of pretty quickly. But just some protocols and procedures in place that we needed to get that we didn't have. Things that we did, but we couldn't necessarily provide documentation of. So we're working on that.
Did you feel that them coming in, did you feel that that was beneficial?
Yeah, I think it was beneficial. There were certainly some things that that we weren't aware of that were even part of state statute that I'm sure most school corporations are not aware of. According to them, these are things that schools just don't typically know, that I think that they're kind of aligning this a little bit better than what it has been in the past. So they're very nice people, very helpful, but they're serious. So they come in and they give you 30 days to address your issues. Then they come back. Some things they give you a little bit longer, like boiler inspections and some things like that you need to get a vendor in to do that. So I think it's been positive. And then we back that 42 violations up with our next visit at South Grove, knowing what we learned from the high school, to 12 violations. So, and some of it's just buildings are aging and some things that you just have to get taken care of that, just takes a little bit of time. And Dale and his staff, I don't need to say enough about Dale and the maintenance department and what they do when we need to have things done. Dale's just incredibly knowledgeable. Just thought I would talk a little bit about the attendance and school safety coordinator. That transition will start over the summer, and with Mr. Chalice and Mr. Mann has already committed time in the summer. He's just such a great guy and has said, that I'm here to help in this transition, along with principals, building leaders, because a big part of this job will be attendance. So working with our building leaders to come up with strategies and just tracking our kids that are really chronically absent. Some food service updates. This is 2026-27 will be the last year for our Chartwell's contract. So we will have to do an RFP and take that out to bid for the 27-28 school year. So I'll start that process probably around 1st of December. And we'll go out and have an RFP we'll create, and that'll go out and be publicized, and then we'll go through the process like we did with HES for our custodial services. And then we are in the final stages of getting approval for our summer food service program. So just a reminder that that's a federally funded program. It's completely free for students that are 18 and under. There's also some exceptions for students. You can be 19, and there's some things with that if you have some cognitive disabilities and so forth that allow you to participate as well. But it's really a great program, and we're finalizing our locations this year. We'll have multiple locations again, just like we did last year.
Is that the one that happens at Chalice?
This year we're moving to Sarah Bolton.
Okay.
Yeah, just some logistical things that work a little bit better there. But yes, that's the program. And then finally, from the facilities, grounds, and maintenance, the Veterans Memorial project is, if you noticed, is underway. So they came and the concrete has been knocked out, the fence has been moved. So we are underway with that project, and we are planning to have that completed for the dedication on August 21st. That's the first home football game. So we'll coordinate what that will look like, but I thought that would be good for you to know, because I know there are part of our Beech Grove Alumni Association, people that donated some money for that probably were wondering, when are we going to get going on that? So it is off and going.
I let them know what's up. They know.
Yeah. And then finally, just the asphalt project, unfortunately, we were going to hopefully do it over spring break, but the asphalt plants hadn't transitioned yet from winter to summer asphalt, so we don't want winter mix, we wanted summer, so it's just better. And so there'll be summertime before that gets done. And we are addressing some sidewalk issues. If you happen to be over at the middle school, we had some issues with code. Ryan could tell you, we've had a couple people that, we had a person fall recently, and we needed to get that addressed. Essentially, the concrete has fallen and the curb is too high. So we're doing that right now, getting that taken care of. It doesn't look as great as I'd like it to because it's just, you can't knock all that out, but blending that certain special blend of concrete in there will make it safe for everybody now. So that's something we're working on currently, and hopefully we'll be done here. If not today, we'll be done. I haven't been there today, but hopefully it's done today or this week. So that is my report.
So could we get a motion to approve the employment recommendations? I just want to mention that Rob will not be voting only because he is on this. He doesn't need to recuse himself and remove himself from the room or anything, but he's just not going to vote. So everybody, he's improving him. He likes himself, but he can't. So,
I move we approve the employment recommendations.
did you have a question,
Can I
Brian?
ask you one clarification? So if we approve this tonight, is Rob considered an employee today or on the effective date?
Not, it doesn't start
The
until
effective
later,
date.
The
right?
effective date is indicated as July 1.
They didn't want to break the law of this.
Nope.
Right,
Nope.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Beth, who'd second for me?
I'll second.
April, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And then Chartwell's, could we get a motion to approve the authorization to renew their contract?
I'll make that motion.
Brian? Tara, all in favor? Opposed? Okay. Dr. Hammock? Oh, all in favor, didn't I say that?
Yes, Jim. Aye.
Okay. All in favor, opposed? Okay, we're good.
Okay, so this evening, I'll have you, I won't read through my report for you all, so most of it we will be getting, we will touch on it in the work session, but we do have two items for your consideration this evening. The first is we have been working in partnership with the City of Beech Grove Police Department to update our memorandum of understanding between the school district and the police department regarding our school resource officer program. The board was presented with that MOU, I think that would be 2 meetings ago. The board had feedback that the board wanted the police department to consider. The police department adopted all of that feedback, so the document that we are asking for you to approve is inclusive of your feedback. And that is an agreement that would go into place as of July the 1st. So that's the first item for consideration. The second, I had shared an update with the board that the Department of Education granted Beech Grove City Schools an additional waiver day. That was all related to the weather. And that was a day that we kind of tucked in our back pocket because we wanted to hold on to that just in case we needed to use it again for weather. Thankfully, the winter that seemed awful at the beginning didn't end up being as awful as we had feared. So that means that we are able to end our school year 1 day earlier than what our calendar indicates. So would just need board action to do that modification. And if the board is agreeable to that modification, we would notify all of our families and our staff tomorrow because we want them to be able to make their plans accordingly. But that will allow for a day in between graduation, which is going to be very helpful, particularly here at the high school.
Okay, so could we get a motion to approve the memorandum between us and the Beech Grove Police Department?
I'll motion.
Rob? Tara, all in favor? Opposed? And then a motion to approve the updated school calendar to end school by 1 day. Tara?
I'll second.
Jill, all in favor? Opposed? Is that all you have, Laura? Did
That's
you have
it.
more?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask about something. So in our notes, Laura had made mention about the referendum and that there are several groups that are splitting out to work on that referendum. How many groups are there? 6?
There are 5. I have, yes, and I was thinking that during the work session we would go through, I've kind of listed those out, and I can talk through a little bit more about what each one does. And
I am going to ask everybody on this board to be on one of those committees. This is important to this school system, and we all need to participate. You don't have to be on all of them, but everybody should at least do one. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can we get a motion to approve the minutes and the claims? We're going to do them together.
I'll motion.
Rob?
I'll second.
Tara, all in favor? Opposed? And this is so nice. Thanks, Steph. The fundraisers, the field trips, the donations, all together. I do have one question on the field trips, though, and if you guys don't care about it, I don't care about it. But for the field trips, I believe one of them had everything, but was there 3 field trips or 2? Anyway, 2 of them didn't show who was going to be going with the kids as monitors. Is that important to you guys to know that, how many people are going as chaperones? Do you care? Do you want them to put that on there going forward?
Calculus.
Mr. Bush.
It's just
Yeah.
It's just Mr. Bush, yeah.
Yeah.
Drives the activity,
But
there's
could
like
we
8
ask them to put that on there just to
Yeah.
be on the safe side for the next time, which would be awesome? Okay. So could we get a motion to approve the fundraisers, the field trips, and the donations if nobody has any questions?
So moved.
Beth? Second, please.
I'll second.
Tara? All in favor? Opposed? Ryan, how about C9?
Okay, so we just had our meeting last week, so it's one of those months where I can actually talk about it. There's a few things coming up. On May the 7th, there's a planned superintendent meeting to discuss the C9 budget for this next year, next school year. There's also a college career day on April 16th. Awards Day for C9 on May 9th, or sorry, May 7th, May 7th. My bad handwriting. C9 is also considering an IT solution for tracking career experience for the new diplomas. They're also possibly going to talk to different schools to see if they want to participate and use it for credit outside of C9. So I don't know what that means in terms of profit or sharing of costs and all that stuff, but that's something that I think Dr. Kovacs is going to bring up to the superintendents. And there's no Beech Grove students this month, unfortunately.
For the parks, we submitted our 5-year master plan to the state this morning, so that is in DNR's hands to get approved.
Look good.
Thank
It
you.
looks good.
And then the summer concert series starts at the end of May. It'll be a lot of fun and really great lineup.
Yeah, really good. How about, do we have anybody else we need to ask about? I'm sorry? RDC.
RDC is actually in a little bit of a rebuild. We've got 3 members step down the last couple of months.
Oh, wow.
This Thursday will be, I believe Derek Blyce is going to be seated in one of the positions. Involved in a promoters club, local, BG grad, good guy. Mr. Davis stepped down for family and health. Dave Copenhaver stepped down for health. Andrew Noon stepped down. He is starting his own law firm, basically. And so we're a little bit of a rebuild.
So are you there alone?
The non-voting member.
Me and Matthew, you know. No, but yeah, one is definitely back, or a new addition. I don't know if the council has selected another individual. They were talking about it. I don't remember that guy's name, so I'll be able to tell you who shows up Thursday night and what we got.
Okay. Education Foundation, April?
Just got an email today. We are trying to get a date put together for our next meeting. But hopefully we'll have the nominations for scholarships and we can vote on those.
Oh, good, good. I think that's about it. Anybody else? Alumni, they didn't meet last month, so we have nothing. We're meeting this month, so I'll let you know. What? Was it last month that you were the speaker? God, I swear. Okay.
I was really, it was a wonderful evening. I was able to give a presentation to the Alumni Association. It was on St. Patrick's Day, I think, because it was
Oh, it
over spring
was
break.
St. Patrick's
Yeah,
Day.
and
That shows you
we
where I'm at.
just gave an update about the school district and then also sort of treated them to a little bit of financial update and sort of the stressors that are happening from some of the state action and how that will ultimately present the need for a referendum. The Alumni Association was wonderful. They were very supportive.
Do you feel sometimes they don't necessarily get all, I mean, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and honestly, and I'll be very transparent with our community, I so appreciated the opportunity to present to the Alumni Association because it was kind of my field test, if you will. Like, I was able to see which slides worked and which didn't, and was able then to kind of rework some things so that hopefully some of this content that can be quite complicated will land a little bit better. Yeah, I really appreciated the evening. Such a great group of people.
They are nice ones to people. Anything else? Okay, how about if we adjourn? Can I get a motion?
I'll motion. I'll second.
Let Rob do it. It's not your last meeting, is it?
I got
Okay.
two more.
Oh, okay, Tara, and then Rob. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good night.